Hi, I'm here to show you how to download music to use in your podcast. The website that we're going to be using is a site called freeplaymusic.com. It's a free site and you don't need to make an account, although if you would like to, you can. You can just browse for music on the site itself and download without actually logging in. The site allows for copyright-free and cost-free music to use for podcasts and YouTube videos, and you'll just be using an educational license that will allow you to use that legally and responsibly. So I just want to show you how you can look for music on it. Over here in the left-hand side, you'll see that you can browse by different categories. Most likely you're not going to know artists and composers or publishers. What I would suggest doing is browsing by feeling or instrument, style, or tempo. Think about the content of your This I Believe essay and think about what style of music might fit that podcast best. Do you need something that's upbeat? Do you need something that's mellow? Do you need something that's maybe more hard or driving? So just think about the style or the content of the piece to help you decide what music might fit best. So if I were going to browse by feeling, I'd click on feeling here, and right next to that I see category name, and I see that there's lots of different kinds of categories: airy, ambient. There's a scroll bar here where I can scroll through and see other kinds of feelings that I could search by. Underneath that is instruments, and I can click on that and see all kinds of different instruments that are available. Do I want a 12-string guitar, or would I like something more folksy like a banjo? So there's all kinds of instruments, some I have never heard of before in my life, some of which I have, so you can kind of look through that. Underneath instruments is the category style. So they have all kinds of things from dubstep to flamenco to free jazz, gospel music, gypsy jazz, all kinds of styles of music. And then underneath that is tempo. So if you're looking for something fast or maybe something more medium in tempo, you could search here. So I'm going to go back to instruments and click on instruments. And I'm going to choose 12-string guitar. And what comes up next to that is a collection, different collections of music. All right, so here's like a country collection of music. Here's something that's described as sunny summer rock. Here's a world mix. And if I click on one of those, I'm going to click on sunny summer rock. I'm going to get a description of the artist who's done it, a kind of a general description of the types of music, and then I'm going to get a bunch of different tracks underneath that. All right, so I can see the name of the track, and then over here under duration, I can see the length of the track. Don't worry so much about length because we can edit and shorten a track if we need to, or we can add on to and lengthen a track if we need to. So if I want to listen to something to see what it's going to sound like, I want to come over here and click on one of these little play buttons. All right, so I'm going to click on play, and then down here I get a player that comes up and the music starts playing for me. Okay, so I can give a listen and decide if that's something that I like. If it's not, I can just come up and choose something else like Good Fortune, click on that, and it will start playing for me as well. Okay, so if it's something that I like, what I'm going to do is come over here and add it to my cart. So this Catalyst, if I liked that, I just click on Add to Cart. And then right up here at the top, I can see my little shopping cart right here, and I can see that it's added it in. Now I can continue to browse. So if I wanted to get a couple of different choices, like if I wanted something from something jazzy, I could come over here and I could again preview it if I wanted to. And then just come over here and click add to cart, and it's going to add it to my cart. I can see that the number has changed to 2. All right, so once I've done kind of browsing and I've selected some things, some possibilities, or maybe I knew right away the second I heard something that I liked it, I added that to my cart. My suggestion might be, sometimes when I'm browsing things, I will listen to something and think, oh, maybe, but I'm not sure. And then I'll go on to listen to some other stuff, and then I'll forget where it was that I found it or what the title of the track was. So if you think it's at all remotely a possibility, I suggest adding it to your cart. All right. So once I'm done browsing, I'm going to come up here and click on cart. And what I've got is my track list that I've built of everything that I feel like I'm going to use. Okay. Once I'm ready to kind of check out and download my tracks, I'm going to come over here and put a little check mark to the left of each one so that I'm selecting it. And then I need to select what kind of license I'm going to use. All right, this is what kind of permission I want to receive to be able to use this music. So right up here where it says license type, I'm going to click on that, and I want to choose education. And I want to apply it to all of the tracks that I'm downloading. And I'm going to click apply all, and I can see right here it's changed to in classroom use. Okay? So once I'm done with that, I'm going to click proceed to checkout. I need to put in my information. This is my user agreement saying that I'm going to use this music not for profit, but for an educational purpose, that I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Oops. Okay. So I've got my information in. And I am ready to download. And it's going to pull those files down for me. All right. Now, for those of you who are using a Chromebook, where it's going to download is into your download section in the files part of your Chromebook. All right. So right here, I can see where it says downloads. And I can see this zip right here. This is the collection of files. If I open up that zip, I can see all of the different MP3s here. What I'm going to need to do is highlight and select all of these and drag those into my Google Drive. Right now, this is kind of a temporary holding place, but for you to be able to get them on your Google Drive, you'll want to highlight them all and drag them into your drive. Okay? And once you do that, then you should be able to access those files and add them into your podcast to use once we start mixing and adding music to make it really snazzy and fancy. Thanks.